Hey everybody, what's up? It is Qqcknd, and today I am happy to bring you the behind the scenes on my Stranger Things inspired lookbook. So this is one of the most involved videos I had ever made, got the most people involved, and I think brought together the most questions. So I'd love to tell you some behind the scenes stuff, silly stuff, the people who were involved and made it happen, as well as some special effects that we included in the video. So definitely stay tuned if you are into that. And if you have not seen that video yet, I will leave that link right here, right now, and you can click and watch it in a different screen and then come right back to this video for all the good secret stuff. So definitely stay tuned, and here we go. So right away, jumping into the video, all of the music for this was done by Nihilore. I think that's how you say it. His name is James Opie, Nihilore on Twitter. I found all this music on the Free Music Archive, but after I put it out there, he messaged me and he was like, all this music was inspired by the Stranger Things series itself. So glad you picked up on it. So honestly, we could not have picked better music for this video. So these first couple scenes, these were just houses we found in a cul-de-sac that really fit the vibe. We needed more B-roll for this series, so we just drove around some neighborhoods right before sunset and just found some spooky footage. All the animations in this lookbook are all done by Eva Stalinski, and it was really cool. You know, I've been following her for a little bit and I love her work, and after I posted something about Stranger Things on my Instagram, she messaged me and she was like, hey, you would be perfect for a Stranger Things lookbook. And I was like, hey, you know, it's your idea. We should work on it together. So it was honestly so cool. I think it was my very first YouTube collaboration, and doing it with an artist that I love, like, it couldn't have been better. It was cool. We gave each other like little deadlines, and we would send each other little things. Like, I would send her like one of the outfits and she would send me like one of the little animations, and we just worked together and fine-tuned everything together, and it was really cool. And you know, it was really awesome. I love everything that she did. All the glitch animation just really fit themes so perfectly. Working with her was so awesome. Check her out. She has a YouTube channel and it's really cool, and everything is just like a visual pleasure. First look is Nancy, and honestly, I just pulled this whole thing like out of my closet already. We went looking for Nancy inspired outfits, but I thought that I looked the most like Nancy on my own, so I didn't want to change it too much. I mean, other than blue hair, I think that like I had all of that outfit except for the belt, and the shoes were from my grandma. Getting Nancy's hair right was important to me because I really liked it in the series. In the series, she uses combs to pull her hair back and then forward. I think we've all seen these combs our entire life, but I could not find them. I went to Claire's, the thrift store, the dollar store. I could not find them. So these are just like little clips, but I tried to get Nancy's hair. I tried to create a sense of like wondering like, where is Barb? Because I wanted to capture Nancy from the beginning of the series before she like became so fucking badass. And although that's what I loved about Nancy, I thought that since this was the first character, I wanted to show her in her beginning stages when you're like, oh, I don't even like Nancy, she's mean to her brother. And it's funny, we filmed this in probably like 105-degree weather. Like, I posted something about it, like, hope you guys are staying safe in the heat wave, because it was for real. And I wore this outfit to film, and Stranger Things, you know, it takes place in like November, so I was wearing a sweater with the flannel underneath, with the t-shirt underneath, with the jeans. And when we got back to the car, I was dehydrated, I was dizzy, I was sweating. Like, I honestly just like stripped down, and that's how we drove home. And I was like, I don't even care who sees. I don't care, I'm dying. I honestly felt sick the whole night, like TMI. So in this scene, I put a Band-Aid on my hand to kind of pay homage to when Nancy cuts her hand in order to like bring the monster to her. And although like I'm not super playing up on Nancy towards the end of the series. When we went to film, I honestly packed a brush, a lipstick, and this Band-Aid. So I was like, whatever, let's use it. So our Bronco is the right year to be in the lookbook. So a little background on the Dustin scene. I tried to incorporate the look of all the boys, but knew that Dustin was my favorite character no matter what. So I kind of threw the Star Wars hat in there, which is the right vintage, and the t-shirt, which is the right vintage for the time. We were all set to go to this junkyard in Manayunk, which is where all these scenes were filmed, Manayunk, Philadelphia. And by the time we got there, because we wanted to film at sunset each night, by the time we got there, it was closed. So we found this like makeshift construction site and we just tried to make it work. Now, all the boys were wearing corduroy pants the entire series. Like, that did not go without notice, but like I said, it was like 105 degrees and I already had the jacket on. So those are just like some Little American Apparel baseball shorts. So we actually had this bike in our possession already, and it was just in our basement. I don't know much more about it, like if it was found in the trash or if it's always been in the basement of this house, but when the series came out, I was like, hey, we have that bike. So it played a crucial part in like solidifying that Dustin character.
Yeah.
I would say the budget that I put aside for this video was about $50, and I would say we met that. Maybe we probably didn't go past it. We probably met it, and that is like not counting gas money and travel and stuff, just like pieces and makeup and things we bought for the series. There was also a major critique that there weren't a ton of close-ups, and I had John film this lookbook with me, and that was the first time I've had a lookbook where somebody helped me. I have a couple other lookbooks out there right now, and they're all filmed by me with a tripod, acting stupid in my neighborhood. So when we had the close-ups, John took a lot of close-ups, but I did not realize that he was taking photos. And when you're corresponding with somebody and you guys are just on, two different pages, what can you really do? There was no way I could go back out there and refilm all that just for close-ups. The only close-up taken in this shot was by me, and you can see John sitting on the bike. When I reviewed the footage, I just went through it really quickly, and I didn't realize that a lot of the close-ups were just still photos. So it made for like a really great Instagram presentation, and that's where a ton of the Instagram photos came from. But in that sense, all of those Instagram photos, I was under the impression were videos. I curled my hair in ringlet curls to look just like Dustin. I had the thought to black out my teeth, but because I wanted to incorporate all of the boys in this look, I kept my teeth there. If I do a Dustin Halloween tutorial, I'll definitely black them out. So for 11, I'm so happy about 11's look. Everybody came together to make this happen. Dana, you might have remembered her from the Qqcknd meetup, kawaii cowboy boots. She has some Qqcknd inspired art on my wall. She came to one of my classes to get a haircut. Dana is ride or die, and she came down to Philly to help with this lookbook. Dana actually took all of the like side shots where they're in like low resolution. I have a backup camera that I've had for a couple years, so she filmed a lot of the creepier stuff with that, and she also got a ton of behind the scenes. So Dana helped me with the 11 dress, and you can see right here, like, I still have the dress, and we went like all over the globe to find this dress. The day that Eva messaged me about creating the lookbook, we went to the thrift store. And we went to 2 different thrift stores the first day. The next day we went to another thrift store because I had something so specific in mind. And honestly, I kept running into little prom dresses, little cocktail dresses, and like bridesmaid dresses, but not like a pink baby doll dress that wasn't like too in trend or just like not it. So when I found this like disgusting dress, it just looked like this. And so Dana drew this stuff on. And then this dress is actually pretty long. I cinched it with a belt. And when I jump in the water, you can see the belt, but I cut a lot of that footage out so you wouldn't see it. I'm sure, like, with more time and more budget, I could have altered this dress myself pretty easily. And it actually has pockets, which is cool. I won't keep this dress, though. It actually has, like, a pretty gross stain on it right there. I washed it a couple times after I bought it because it was just, like, not the right pink. So I washed it, like, 3 or 4 times, and then with NYX Cosmetics, we actually just, like, created the ruffles on the dress. Dana's a really talented artist, and I thought she would have a better concept of, like, shadows and, like, what creates ruffles. So that's what we did here. And you can see it's just, like, brown and white. And although I did jump in the river, it's still, like, pretty intact. So that dress was, like, $1, but I would say it was, like, $6.
Go. Wait, I'm supposed to be taking a video?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was taking a picture. Alright.
That could be for the end of the video, because I was recording that.
There's a mosquito.
So huge shout out to Dana for, like, making that really happen. For 11's makeup, I ended up blocking out half of my eyebrows because the actress didn't have, like, as full grown eyebrows as me. And then I, like, whited out my whole face because she doesn't have any freckles. And then I color corrected my face and then went in with purple eyeshadow and drew some lines under the eyes and a little bit of lines on the forehead, because 11, she's really worried and she's really nervous, so I was trying to capture that the best way I could.
You got it. Alright, just remember the video with 30 seconds of you fucking around is the one where you wipe it on your... Alright, go. Wipe it on your sleeve, not your hand. There you go. It's on your lip.
Oh, I kept my Mark Cross pin on my jacket just to pay homage to my number one. All of the blood in this, we looked up a vegan blood recipe and we made it super quickly. It was just like corn syrup, red food coloring, and then chocolate powder in order to make it like a real life red and not like a candy red.
I don't know. I think hold on. Stop moving away from me. Sorry.
Watch how you smear it, because it'll look
I'm
smeared.
trying not to.
Well, you know what though? She smears it on her sleeve.
Hi.
It's a special effect. Don't.
Stop. Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
Here. Stand right there.
Tell me when.
I've been recording this whole time.
Now?
Yeah.
I had some like vegan hot chocolate cocoa mix and we just like used that. And then I include the recipe in the end credits at the end of this. John got this look, like the blood is dripping. He like nailed it.
Yes. That's sick.
11 wipes the blood on her sleeve during the show, so I tried to capture that and like just show how worried she is. It probably looks like I haven't slept in like 10 years, but you can probably see right here the best view of the special effects makeup. Or like I'm ugly, whatever. The water shot. So this shot is like a little notorious. People are like, I didn't believe that was you. What are you doing? And in the series, 11 obviously isn't in a river. She's in a pool and then a tank when she's like with the scientists. But we worked with what we had, and I tried to keep this whole thing like really interpretive. So getting the shot was hard because, like I said earlier, John took a ton of photos. He did not take video. He probably took 3 videos and 10 photos. So that was kind of heartbreaking because I did jump in the fucking river. But, you know, we made it work, but that's why there's only about 4 seconds of this, like, major scene.
Oh man. Very badass.
Alright, stop right there.
Can you zoom on this?
But it was all so much fun. After I jumped in the river, it was hard because I'm trying to like keep myself underwater so I'll raise to the top. There was actually 2 kids fishing next to us, and then we were also in front of like a dam. So when there was a little bit of a current, I would like kind of drift, and you can kind of see me drifting a little bit in this. And I try to like wake up to be like 11, like figuring out where she is. But it was so fun. After we like called it for the night and we finished shooting, John jumped in the water and he swam with me, and then Dana jumped in the water. It was so fun. The water felt amazing. The biggest problem was this dress is made of like burlap, so swimming was so hard.
She does that. Your underwear is gonna be wet now.
Yeah.
Just tell me what I need to do.
Go under and come up.
Let me just... And some of you guys know I used to be a lifeguard, and I was challenged in the water. I was having a difficult time, so it was actually a ton of fun. The water scene was crazy. I mean, I was sad. I did not want to jump in the water, but we made it all work. Steve, our plumber, came out, and he brought us beers for like the wrap-up party, and it was just a really great time. The kids fishing like never said anything to us, but it was super cool. I always try to include like where the lookbooks were shot in our videos, if it matters to anybody, but I love Philadelphia and I never want it to get a bad rap. So here's our outro card that was also made by Eva, and I love it. I don't know if people get this far into the video, but I love the outro card, and here's a clickable link to her video too. So that is it. Thank you guys. I hope I answered all of your questions about filming. Honestly, it was such a pleasure. It was so fun, and I was so happy to create something in homage to something that I love so much. So thank you guys for all the positive feedback. Thank you for the thumbs up when I really needed them, the critical thinking, the honest critiques, the sideways critiques, whatever. Thank you guys again, and if you ever want to see some sort of behind the scenes footage, I had a ton of fun. I know a lot of my stuff like is pretty out there, doesn't need a ton of interpretation, but I'd love to continue to make things like this in the future. I had so much fun. I never get to play with special effects makeup, but thank you guys. I love you guys so much for making this channel happen. Give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Let me know if you were into this. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye.